Ciao e benvenuti in questo nuovo video della tartaruga in borsa. Oggi voglio parlare di una strategia di investimento che permette di investire senza stress. E no, non mi riferisco all'acquisto di un semplice ETF o di un fondo, bensì alla strategia di investimento di Mohnish Pabrai. Mohnish Pabrai è un investitore indiano che è molto fedele ai principi del value investing. In particolare è un fedele sostenitore di Charlie Munger e Warren Buffett, da cui ha ricevuto notevoli insegnamenti. Mohnish Pabrai gestisce due fondi, il Pabrai Investment Fund e il Dahando Fund, ed è anche autore di numerosi libri. Inoltre, la cosa particolare è che lui svolge notevoli interviste nelle business school e tipicamente queste interviste avvengono per via telematica, quindi lui che fa? Li registra e li mette sul suo canale YouTube. In questo video voglio mostrare una parte di queste interviste dove lui spiega la sua filosofia di investimento per investire senza stress. Vediamo dunque questa sua intervista e se questo video ti piace non dimenticare di lasciare un bel like e di iscriverti al canale per rimanere sempre aggiornato per quando uscirà il mio prossimo video.
So could you tell us a little bit about your lifestyle? How much time you spend on thinking about investment every day? Because the size of your asset under management very easily place you into the one of the top 10 active stock funds from China. And I know many of those fund managers. Their life is under pressure and very busy and a lot of overwork. It's not a good lifestyle for those fund managers who are managing the similar size of what you manage. So, as a value investor, how is the lifestyle different?
You know, I should not advertise this, but it's the best lifestyle you could possibly have. So, you know, I maybe have 3 or 4 ideas in a year. You know, sometimes we don't have any in a year, and sometimes we have many more than that. So it varies. So if you follow the Buffett Munger model, which I do, your life is going to be fantastic. So here's what happens in the Buffett Munger model. Number one, I have no staff. There are no analysts. There are no associates. If you send me your resume, I'll be excited to read it, but I can't help you with a job because there are no job openings, because we've never had a job opening. So one part of the Buffett model is that you do not delegate your investment research. So Warren Buffett, even today, when he buys IBM or whatever he buys, he does all the work himself. He doesn't have anyone under him doing any of the work. There's no one building spreadsheets for him or anything like that. And that's the same thing at Pabrai Fund. So I have a few part-time admin assistants who are great. They help run any of the back office things if you have. But even there, we don't have much going on. So what is the reason that Buffett and Munger don't have analysts? Well, the reason they don't have analysts is that the investment business is a very strange business. You need your brain at unpredictable times, and the rest of the time you don't need your brain. So if I hired a super smart analyst, someone in the audience here, who I think each person here is exceptional, that person would want to do something constructive with their lives. So they would either look to me to tell them what to research, or if I don't give them any direction, I'd say, listen, just go look and tell me when you find some great stock. Let's say I just tell them that. Listen, you work on your own and just figure out when you have a great stock idea and bring it to me. Let's say I did that, for example. Well, what would happen is that because we have different circles of competence, 95% of the time, whatever they come up with, I would say no to. Because 95% of the time, what I come up with, I say no to myself. And so since I would have liked this person when I hired them, I would feel really bad about saying no all the time, because it'd just be unpleasant. And so eventually I would give up and say, okay, I'll buy the stock that you want, even though I'm not sure about it. So, and then you've just destroyed the model. So what you have to do if you bring in people is you have to give them their own pools of capital. So they have full autonomy to do whatever they want, and they don't come and ask you what to do. That's what Warren Buffett has done with Ted Wexler and Todd Coombs. He just gave them each $9 billion. They do whatever they want. They don't talk to him. That works. The bottom line is, what is the model? The model is buy things at half off. And you have 5,000 stocks in the US, and you have several thousand outside the US, in China, wherever. And we are bargain hunters. So why do you need a team to find bargains? You don't. And we didn't talk about it in this talk, but the simplest way to find bargains is to be a cloner. And I am what you would call a shameless cloner. I just, I meet Li Lu, and who's 100 times smarter than me. I say, Li Lu, can we meet for lunch? And every once in a while, I'll ask him, Li Lu, what do you own? And in a moment of weakness, he'll tell me what he owns. And then I just go buy it, and I'm done. And I don't even need to pay Li Lu. It's great. And probably a better analyst than anyone I could hire. So, and then in the US, we have 13F filings where every quarter people have to file what they own. So just figure out who the smart people are, look at what they're buying, reverse engineer them. You don't need an analyst. It's actually fun. I think my job would not be fun if I had. So, many times by the time I get to the office, half the trading day is over. I mean, in California, the stock market opens at 6:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the morning, I can assure you, I am drooling on my pillow. I am fast asleep. If I'm not sleeping till 2 in the morning, I'm not getting up at 6:30. Tomorrow morning, please don't tell this to anyone. This is just between us, okay? Tomorrow morning, I will wake up at around 9 a.m. I may wake up at 9:30 a.m. There's no alarm. I'll wake up whenever I wake up, okay? And there's no meetings because there's no staff. And there's nothing on the calendar because that's what Warren Buffett told me. Keep your calendar empty. And I have no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow. No idea. But I know it'll be an exciting day because I have so many books to read. I've at least got 30 books on my desk that I want to get to. So I'll pick some book if that's of interest. If some company shows up, I'll read about the company. If I want to watch a movie with my wife, we'll do that. Whatever, man. I mean, the key to life is find Crystal, that's the Moody's of India, and then just go to sleep for 20 years. That's it. So the purpose of this talk is for me to understand that to become even less active is not even wake up at 9:30 in the morning, wake up at 2 in the afternoon. Who cares? Because we found Crystal, and then the guys at Crystal will make all the money for us. So we don't need to do anything.
Rieccoci qui. Quindi diciamo che possiamo riassumere tutta questa intervista in 3 punti. Il primo è: spendi meno di quello che guadagni ed investi una parte dei tuoi risparmi, in modo da poter far lavorare l'interesse composto. Il secondo è di tenere libera la propria agenda, quindi non passare intere giornate a studiare azioni o leggere giornali o cose del genere, ma bisogna fare solo ciò che ci piace. Poi se in un qualche momento poi percepiamo una qualche possibile idea di investimento, possiamo studiare quella singola azienda e appunto decidere se investirci o no. E il terzo, che è quello forse più importante, è che il modo migliore per trovare le migliori aziende è quello di essere un clone, quindi di copiare i grandi investitori. Tutto sta di capire chi sono i modelli a cui ci vogliamo attenere. In particolare i suoi, da come ho visto in altre interviste, sono Li Lu, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger e un altro investitore che si chiama Guispire. Almeno così a me è sembrato. E guardando su Data Roma il suo portafoglio, vediamo che le azioni americane, e sottolineo questo punto, solo americane, che possiede in portafoglio appartengono proprio a questi 3 investitori. Aprendo il sito Data Roma possiamo trovare il suo portafoglio aggiornato al 14 maggio e vediamo che possiede 3 azioni che sono Micron, Seritage e Alibaba. Di Micron possiede il 52,25% di portafoglio, che è una posizione che detiene Lilu. Poi c'è Seritage Growth Properties, che possiede Guispire, e la terza è Alibaba Group, che è stata acquistata da Charlie Munger per conto del Daily Journal. E tu cosa ne pensi di questa strategia? Vale davvero la pena copiare i migliori? Fammelo sapere nei commenti e se questo video ti è piaciuto non dimenticare di lasciare un bel like e di iscriverti al canale per rimanere sempre aggiornato per quando uscirà il mio prossimo video. Ciao!